said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill in jail to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary. As comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road.
The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid.
But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee, da-dee, a fwit-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go!
It's me, Mab, just Mab, in the lab, making things. And right now, that thing that I am making is known as a mess. Yeah. So here's the deal. I have so many little projects that are in various states of completion that are all in a strange holding pattern that can't move forward until this next thing is done. This is known as mission creep. Thanks, Giancarlo. Hey, Nix, how are you doing? Yeah, that is exactly how it is. It is my favorite thing to make too. Hey there, Victorian London folks. Good to see you out today. So here's let me tell you what had happened. So all of my projects are either waiting for a part or are in the painting step. And so I went to do some painting yesterday, and I realized that I haven't gone through my paint collection in some time. And I do this thing where I'm like, oh, I need some paint. And then I go to the craft store and I buy just a little bottle of whatever color it is. And then I come home and I add it to the pile, the massive pile of paint that I have here. Just so many little, and this isn't even all of them. This is just so many. And some of these are so old. I have moved with them twice. And I'm like, okay, what do they even make this anymore? Is it even liquid? So before the show, in preparation for the show tonight, because I knew I needed to do some painting and I was going to paint with you guys tonight, I start pulling all the paints out to like say, okay, I need a very specific set of colors and I need to do color matching and everything. And then this turned into one of those, I don't know, mission creep kind of things. What started off as like, oh, I just need one thing, turned into pull everything out of the closet and try to like make sure I have all the paints. And so I've discovered many wonderful things. I found two secret stashes of gold leaf, and I knew I had gold leaf and I didn't find it earlier. And so I went and I got more gold leaf for my latest gold leaf project. And then they were not even in the same place. So now I have 3 sets of gold leaf, which is fine because now I have more gold leaf options. Yay! I also found some really interesting canvases that I had picked up, and they're over there. I might show them to you tonight. I found some really awesome paint. Please be liquid. It's still liquid. So this is something like $100 for this jar. Like, it is expensive paint, and I'm holding on to it. And yes, it is exactly kind of like that. And I started this at 6 o'clock, and it is now 8 o'clock, and I am, and I kept going, well, maybe pull something out for the show tonight. And I was like, yeah, let me just, you know what else? So I had 3 or 4 different ideas that I was thinking about doing for the show tonight. So allow me to present them to you now. One of them is I have come up with a technique to do art on the outside of the cranky boxes. Stickers, rather, I should say, sticker art of like cool little designs that you can just stick to the outside of the cranky box. And I thought that was going to be pretty cool, where we can sit there, take the designs and art them up. And then the other idea I had is, and this is part of my problem right now because I've got like a million friggin' ideas and my brain just won't shut up. This is probably ADHD, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of those. So the other idea I had was we could kind of go through some of my clip art, and I can collect up some print then cut designs to cut out on wood that we could make little vignettes out of. I thought that would be kind of fun. And then the other idea I had is going through the paint together and making swatches and sampling them and finding out what's dead and what's not dead. And I realize, yes, I know exactly what you speak of, Giancarlo. I know exactly what you speak of. It's exactly that. So the paint idea did not strike me as a very riveting anything unless you feel my pain and would like to join me on the journey and keep me company. I think what that's going to be is a fun little fun little random live stream that I do on, like, Facebook, and this is a fun subtle announcement, is I am trying to start up a Patreon. And right, thank you. And, oh, you really are into the paint swatching. Wow. All right. I like that. Everything's a mission creep right now. And I think I've got most of the paint found. Nope, there's another stash of paint in another room. And then there's paint in the workshop where we build Halloween stuff. So yeah, everything is mission creep right now. I don't even know if this is liquid. I bought this for a one-time project. It is not liquid. There, I've done one. Is this liquid? Okay, so this is, do you guys remember these? They're the Liquitex Basics. I think they still sell it, but if you look closely at this is, it's hard to get a good focus on this. Oh wow. It looks like pudding. It looks kind of like pudding, but I don't think, will it come out? Pudding. Oh, wow. It's still liquid. I honestly don't even remember buying this. So does this go in the still viable table? Yeah. Yeah, it's still viable. You got to tell me about what you guys are. I would love to hear what you guys are working on. You got your Halloween cards done and Thanksgiving card or two. So I never got into the making cards thing. I know that there's people who are really, really good at it. I would love to hear more about what kind of cards you make. Now, do you make like little like greeting cards and then you copy a bunch of them, or do you make each one individually? I don't know. Now this one's still kind of wrapped in plastic. It sounds liquid. All right, we're gonna pull this one and get rid of the plastic. I remember buying this. It was a beautiful color. It's an iridescent gold. Sounds liquid. Is this going to be the whole night? I hope not. What the hell is this? Oh, that's super separated. So yeah, I want to not do that. This is probably the least prepared I've been for a Mab Labs show. And it's because I got sucked into a mission creep. But I will show you things that I am working on. And if you tuned into the crafting show, you may have seen this. But this is one of the things. So this is a print and cut thing, right? So I printed the design, the artwork on sticker paper. And this, I put it on a piece of 1/8-inch wood, and I mapped everything out, and I had, little marks and guides and everything, and I cut it out on with the laser. And then I went in and I have colored it. I've decorated it with paint and markers, and it looks paint acrylic markers, Ooh, books. Oh, nice. You want to sell the completed cards and blank ones for the customers? That's really nice. I like that idea. Oh yeah. Do you paint them? Oh, you draw them with pen and ink and then print them with the computer and color with color pencil sometimes and a bit of marker. That is awesome. All right. So that's one of the other things. Now the cranky booth that I was talking about, I am always talking about. Right now, I am working on a booth for a booth that is a giant cranky to sell my crankies, right? So it's going to be probably 4 foot wide because that's the basic table width. And I just ordered cardboard tubes that are 72 inches tall. So that's 6 feet tall. And they're going to go on top of the 4 foot table. It's going to be awesome. I'll probably cut them down a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. And we're going to start with keeping it simple, stupid. And this is going to be like the first iteration. And then from there, we're going to kind of design. And I was hoping the tubes would be here today, but, I know this machine and I love it. So Wintergarten is a German musician who created this marble-powered music machine. And he turns the crank and marbles drop onto strings and hit snares and everything. And it's really a fascinating thing. And I follow him on, I guess, TikTok or something like that. And he has come out with a second version that's even more complicated. So these are neither wrapping paper tubes, nor are they sonotubes. They're thick. They are for mailing packages. They're for mailing artwork. But they're also for like people who make things out of tubes. But sonotube, the smallest one, I think is 10 inches, I think. It's like this, 12 inches somewhere. Yes, I have been following the whole build process for the guy. It's awesome. It's super cool. I'm excited. So speaking of crankies, like decent diameter, but thicker than cardboard. Exactly. So this is the gear set that I have made to test out a 90-degree turn, and it didn't work. And now I'm going to try and see if I need to do a 90-degree turn. I'm just going to, it's going to be, and I made this prototype on my laser machine, which is kind of awesome. I was like, let me just cut these things out. Now I'm going to build like a big one that's like going to be kind of like a ship's wheel. We'll see if that works. So that goes off to the side of failed projects. That is what I am finding here today, are failed projects. And by failed, I mean not yet finished. Is that what makes a project failed? Or is it just not in its final form? I like that idea. I'm not in my final form. So I don't even know what to do with all this paint. I started pulling it out and now my life is crazy. So, man, I really want to paint it. Maybe I'll just start painting this. So this is, that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is the heart and hand box that I'm making. It is a reliquary. If you haven't seen it I showed it off during the crafting show yesterday. This is kind of what it looks like here. And as soon as I get one where I like it, I just had an idea. I think I know where I want to put the gold leaf. I want to do the lattice and gold. What do you think? The lattice portion. So anyways, and then you open it up and there's the print and cut heart. Not the one that I painted yesterday. The one I painted yesterday was me testing out the technique and seeing if it looks good. And I think it looks pretty good. I'm not mad. It is, I'm looking at it and it looks pretty good. I'm not mad at it. Yeah, that was my concern too. And so I want gold. I always want gold, but you're right. Gold leaf would be too much. Thank you very much for reeling me in, keeping me grounded. Now, I want to tell you guys about a thing I made based on Jay Rinker's comments here about a sump tube to make a tree. So I was in a show a few years ago, many, many moons, where I was playing Demeter. And Demeter, for folks who don't know, is the mother of Persephone. And she controls the seasons. Well, she sort of controls the seasons. When Persephone is supposedly only going to the underworld for half of the year, when she leaves, Demeter gets very sad, and that's when the weather grows cold. And when Persephone returns, that's when spring comes. So I was doing this show, and I was Demeter, and my friend was Persephone, returning from the underworld. So it starts off, and it's winter, and everything, the lights are very blue and cold, and I have a dome with a pomegranate and flowers around it. And I'm in a winter coat, everything's white, and there's these shapes on the stage, kind of like pokey shapes that are covered in a very sheer plastic that kind of looks like ice a little bit. And then the light on the pomegranate, bing, goes off. And I wake up from being cold, and I start to kind of move around the stage, warming up, and I pull the plastic sheeting off of the shapes, and they're trees. And I have rigged the trees to grow branches and bloom on stage. And what I did was I had a very flexible fiberglass rods or PVC, very thin PVC tube that went through so the trees were made out of a bunch of PVC pipes and a bunch of different splitters and different configurations, so that the branches went kind of like this. And I had super flexible, what is that? Not cable tie, but basically cable ties. It's the same kind of thin plastic, but very flexible things taped in kind of branchy configurations on all focused onto that center rod. And so what I did was I had my foot, a little pedal, not pedal, but a little step thing that you put your foot in and slide it. And as I kicked it, I would go like this, and I slowly moved my foot forward, and it pushed up the rod and caused all the branches to kind of grow out of the PVC tree and look like they were blooming. And I had two trees on stage that did that. And I still have that prop, and I've only used it like 3-4 times tops. Why do I have all these awesome props and never use them again? I should pass that on. But it is really cool. I'll try and set it up and take a video of it so that you guys can see. And that's how you make a tree bloom on stage. Because the little kick thing is very subtle, especially if you're wearing big long skirts. And my foot, is hidden underneath the skirt. It was pretty cool, in my humble opinion. So, here is the box. What color should I paint the hand? What is the color palette here? I have a lot of really good colors. Like, I really like, and it's hard to see it, but this is kind of like a dusty blue, not even dusty. It's kind of like it reminds me, and I think that's probably why I bought it. It reminds me of copper patina on some things. So I like that color. I have some other, like, this is a really dark, like a dark metallic, like a bronze color. Please be still liquid. This one does not feel like it's still liquid. I bet I'm shaking the whole table when I shake the bottles. Let's check to see if it's still liquid. There. Oh, Ooh, stinky. But it's, is it liquidy? I think I can get some liquid out of it. Might be worth a try to do like a little dusting. Oh, whoops. I don't have my paper towels handy. I made a huge mistake. Look, folks, this is where you join along on the Mabtastrophe. This is packing paper for shipping. Yeah, this is gonna be a Mabtastrophe. But that's kind of what the color looks like. It's so pretty. All right, I'll just hold on to that for now. I also really love this color, as you can probably see on this bottle here. These are very similar. Are they the same paint? Nope, they're two different brands of paint. And they're very similar. One is like a lot brighter than the other. I like paint. I like colors. So if somebody one time was like, if you can make anything edible that is not currently edible, what would it be? Obviously paint. Paint. Hey, Ick the Troll King! I was thinking about you the other day when we were talking about teeth. I was thinking about you, Ick the Troll King. I would love to touch base with you about how you make your teeth. In fact, maybe one of these days I'll have you as a guest on Mad Labs because it's such an exclusive thing where people come and go. The patina goes with the still beating after all this time. Shiny rocks. Teeth. So you're thinking like a bronzy color and then like the patina-y on top of it. So this was, where did I just put that bronze? So this is the bronze. And this would be like the patina on the bronze. That's interesting. And I touched another wet paint spot. Oh my God. You can see here how it's still on my hand. It is a very good paint. It is also a very expensive paint, but it is a very, like a copper verdigris. Look, I can't say it, but I know how to faux it. So, in other news, still a starving artist, and well, not starving, but still, doing what I can to make some cash here and there, which is pretty much where we all are in this world. Oh, wow. This feels like super liquidy. But I happen to know for a fact that this is super crap paint. Should I keep it? I don't know. And this is another one of those, that color that I really like. So it's a bluer version. They're both pretty blue, but one's slightly bluer. Because I get fussy about the different colors. Also, I probably didn't know I had that. I think I bought these when I was in college, to be perfectly honest. So I should throw this away, right? Right? This is not as easy as you think it is. Oh, that's another really good color. Look at that. That's a good blue. So I have 3 of these. They're the Winsor acrylics, Galleria. Don't keeps it. Use it up. Oh. Eternal paints. You guys are, I don't know, man. Okay. If I can't get it open, see ya. When I say these are from college, I probably mean these are older than half of the people watching tonight. Which is really sad. Ooh. This one is solid. Like this one was the real deal. This one I bought also in college. I don't know if you can see how absolutely solid and dried out this thing is. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, fine. That's a hint if I ever heard one. Oh, I remember this. All right, Still Liquid. It's another metallic. Clearly, I like the metallics. This one is, it's an inexpensive, but it's called a Rich Espresso. Rich Espresso. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. All right. Some more of these premium acrylic colors. Oh, but this is a really pretty cobalt blue. I never use this anymore. Apparently, I used to do a lot more painting than I do now. Nowadays, the painting I do are for like individual props. Oh, man. You're adorable. Don't ever change. Yeah, I know. I love cobalt blue. You know what would be awesome is if they were all the same size and shape bottle. And that way I could stack them better, and have them in a little container thing that I can easily see what's what. But none of them are the same size. Some of these are outdoor paints. Ooh, oh, that one's rock hard. I'm sorry. A navy marine blue. That's a pretty color too. So where is it? Ah, a matte varnish. This one was important to me for a reason. Still Liquid. That should not go in with the paints because it is an important. Maybe liquid. That's fair. I respect that. I don't know if you're liquid or not. Oh, you're liquid. That was almost a huge mistake. All right, guys. You're gone too. Oh, I made the decision. I said what I said. Now, back in the day, when I used to paint a lot more, all canvases got primed with gesso. And gesso is essentially a high pigmented, super matte paint, I guess, for lack of better words. I happen to know this is Still Liquid because I did use it fairly recently. The question is, I'm not priming canvases anymore because that's what it's for. It's to prime your canvases or to prime your wood so that when you paint, it doesn't just immediately get sucked up into the wood. That's why you have a pretty, not a good brand. Ooh, I remember this. This is oh, does some gesso, some gesso. It's not exactly a primer, but it's kind of a primer. I don't know if this would work on plastic. This one's opaque. It's super matte. Pretty good fluid. Vehicle. Oh, it's an acrylic polymer. Okay. Doesn't say plastic. You guys, I love and appreciate your support on this. I really do. Okay, so back in the day, this particular bottle, was used on so much stuff it's still liquid, but it's super separated, and I don't know if I have the capacity to read. Nope. I can feel it. It's a rock on the bottom, which is unfortunate, because the old Apple Barrel, super cheap. So the brand name is Plaid, right? And they make a bunch of different tiers of paint, but Apple Barrel is about the bottom of the rung there. So every now and then I'll buy like primary colors in Apple Barrel. Although I think which one's a crappier paint is Apple Barrel or Craft Smart. I don't know. But here we go, an Apple Barrel gloss. This does not feel as liquid as I thought it did originally. Oh, is that the one that I opened and it was a lot more liquid than I thought? I actually kind of really like the Folk Art brand. It's the which is another Plaid brand. So Folk Art is a slightly better quality than Apple Barrel. They're both cheap, which is all about where we are. Here we are with Craft Smart. So I would buy a lot of these super cheap big bottles of green paint. Gee, Mab, why do you have so many bottles of green paint? Well, let me tell you about my history as a goblin. And there was a time. Oh, I love that color. You are pretty separated, but I love that color. Didn't you reintegrate? I think so. There was a time when I was a goblin and I encouraged other goblins to be goblin. And we would buy super cheap latex masks, for Halloween that are like a devil or even a werewolf or something. Anything that had like a nose kind of feature. And we would hand paint them with cheap paint and make them look like a goblin mask. And it was really easy and it was surprisingly effective. And that's how I got so many goblin masks. So many green paints. Here's another. We were looking for green or for black paint earlier. This is all like water. It's a Craft Smart. I think I'm gonna retire it. Oh, I guess that wasn't all the way closed, was it? Mistakes were made, and now I'm like splattered, and it's like it's not black paint, it's black water. Paint water. Yeah. So let me tell you about all the fun times that I have shaken bottles of paint and they weren't closed. We laughed. Is this buttercream? No, this is white, which is okay. Thank goodness I'm wearing like a black and gray. So this is my new work apron. I love it. It's super cute. It's got like really deep pockets. That's an illusion. That's where the pockets end. They're like super deep pockets. And it's got this little thing in the back where you can adjust the straps. I love my work aprons. So there's not a lot left in here. I think this might, but we don't have any other. You know what? I'm going to make a mission to go out and get more paint tomorrow to finish the projects that I have, right? Like, this is another. So this is an Apple Barrel. They're basically the same color, but one's gloss, which I sometimes really like a good gloss, and one is a matte. And I usually buy like the cheapest. Guess what I just found? Another freaking bottle. What do we got here? They're both called Real Yellow. And they're both liquid. Are these the same? Grass green, shamrock. These are not the same green. One is grass green and one is shamrock. Duh. The performance art is me digging through all of this stuff and figuring out what I have. That's the performance. Thank you, Ick, for recognizing the art quality of everything I do. Oh, this is super chunky. Can you guys see how chunky this is? Oh, what have I done? Y'all, I can't look up right now because, well, I'll let you guess. Oh my God, so gross. I'm pretty sure that's not great when it's that chunky. But hey, paint is paint. Oh, they didn't understand the whole, like, what the purpose of a smock is. Ick, you're killing me tonight, and I adore you. All right, so I have combined the two bottles, one old and one older. So we'll see where this goes. Holy crap. I'm almost done with this box of paint here. Oh, this is one of my metallics. So I have a whole stack of metallic paints that I have acquired, and I use these. I'll buy them by like the little box here. I like these little kit sets because you get a nice little quick selection of paints and everything. So when I do my world famous fine art of blockhead, where I blockhead a paintbrush and I make art with it, it's a thing. It's a thing. I buy these and I use metallics because they look flashier on stage. All right, Janine, let's talk. Or Jay Ranker, let's talk. I actually, back when I was painting full time, I did a lot of faux finishing and decorative painting and scene painting and stuff. What we had was they're called strainer bags. They're used for, sometimes they use them for mulling spices or whatever, but you can buy them at the paint stores. They're nylon. You put it over the bucket, you pour the thing in there, and then you grab it like this, and then you pull it out, and it just squeezes out. I'm going to let you guys vote if you want to hear a gross story. So I'm going to give you time to think about what that might mean. But it's pretty gross, and it involves when I was an intern in a theater. That was a really, really awful theater. So, and I won't name the theater, but just know it was not a great place to work. Gotta pull that trash can out. I have really loaded it up. I'm gonna let you. All right, so I'm gonna let you vote yes or no if you would like to hear the gross story. And I mean, it's things that you can never unhear. Never unhear. So you just let me know while I figure out the last. Oh, that's literally crunchy. I'm almost done here. No, please. Good choice, BLF. No, please. And I'm assuming that Ick said yes. All right, that's very smart of you. I won't share the really gross story. I use these, by the way, as water holders. They're just, oh. So far, that's 2-1. I want to tell the story, but I will see if I can make it slightly. Oh no. I wonder if I can make it less disgusting. BLF is a wonderful soul, and I don't want to. Oh, that feels pretty solid. I'm going to have to throw that away. It's like I can't start talking about it, and I think about it every time I think about okay, I will try to make this as ungross as possible. Fun fact, back in the day of scene painting, and I mean like even before I started scene painting, they used a paint called casein paint. And it's basically animal glue that's mixed with a dry pigment. And you heat up the glue, make it liquid, and you mix it with the dry pigment, and you paint with it. And one of the advantages is you can wash it off your backdrops and use your backdrops again, which is great. And this is the traditional way back in the day of how they would do scene painting, which was lovely. And I don't know if that's still liquid, but I'm putting it away because it's expensive. I worked in a summer theater outdoors in the summer, which is to say hot. And it was outdoors, and there were a lot of various flying critters. And I don't know if you know this about glue that's made from animal parts. This is very casein. We'll just call it casein. It's very delicious to a lot of animals who like to make nests or homes for their offspring. So do you see where I'm going with this? We had to finish the paint quickly, or we had to strain it. And there was one can that was forgotten. And I have never seen such thick paint before. This is as delicate as I can put it. Hopefully. Hopefully you are hearing what I am putting down. So yeah, that happened. You've never really lived until you've had to strain organisms out of your paint. All right, well, I've narrowed it down. I've narrowed down the, oh, that's still mushy on, I did not seal that up right. I've narrowed down the collection of paint that I have. I have kind of done a rough inventory, and I have figured out what I don't have. No, they didn't eat the set. They ate the paint, and they laid a lot of the word mag. It's like, it sounds like MAGA, but it's, oh, I was not as graphic as I had experienced it. So it was a lot more graphic. So I chose to sanitize this as much as possible for you because I love you. And last thing I want are people that I like getting sick, hearing about horrific things that are just the most gross things. There was another time, and it wasn't us, it was someone else who threw a bunch of stuff away in a dumpster. And then when the trash folks came, the dumpster, I got it all in the box. When the trash folks, nope, I didn't. There's more. When the trash folks came, they did a very bad job of dumping out the dumpster, and everything, it was like rice spilled all over the parking lot, only it wasn't rice. We called it the march towards our shop, and I've never in my life seen so many. But yeah, I really sanitized that story, Ick. So there was a lot more to it. But imagine painting a set with that. It was pretty gross. So I have sorted. I've got all the paint in one bucket now, where before it wouldn't fit in here. I need to reorganize this a little better so that I can. So right now, this is just all the paint that I have that's still around, and I have. I need to kind of. So I've sorted through this, done tier 1, and step 1, phase 1 is find out what's good and what's bad. I've already junked the bad. And now I need to put this in such a way where I can see what the colors are and easily inventory what I've got. Oh, it was definitely a paint can full of maggots. It was so gross. The king among icks. I love it. So I'm going over here because hold on a second. Almost done. Here we go. I got one of these. Oh, it's been me knocking it around. Thank you so much for dropping in, Ick. I love you to death. You're adorable. Don't ever change. So I got this board a while ago. And it's specifically for come on, man. Am I doing it wrong? Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. But it's specifically for these little craft paints, right? You stick them in there. There's two little things, and you put it through, and it basically balances on one, and you can see the ends, right? So it goes like that, and then, like that, and you can see the end, and it's at a slight downward angle so that the paint goes to the little tippy bit there. But not all of my paint are these little bottles. And I will say I am super tempted to ditch all of the other colors and just kind of replace everything with these little bottles. But I know that there's a time and a place. And unfortunately, how do I know which end is up on this thing? And I also bought this so that I could template it and make one for using my laser, right? So pretty cool. Burp. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, so they're like this. I think that's the bottom one. I kind of want to make it out of like a foam core, but fun fact, and don't ask me how I found out, you cannot cut foam core on a laser. That's unfortunate, because wouldn't that be awesome, right? And then there we go, pop, pop. And then this one probably goes here. Clickety click, click. Pop, pop. Okay. And then the top. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, while I try and put some order in my life. And next month's Mab Labs, I assure you, and maybe even sooner, will be me working on that I will be working on my cranky booth. next month because all the parts will be here and I hopefully will have a working prototype. Probably shouldn't put the top on yet. There we go. Okay. Did I really need to put the sides on here? It's upside down. What? Wait a minute. Why doesn't this line up? Maybe one side and then the other? Is this flush part? Oh, yeah. Okay. Ah, smart. Explain what you mean by save the bottles from the paint. That's bad. Oh, okay. You mean save the paint bottles, the bottles from the paint. That's bad. That's not a terrible idea, but I do not wish to be washing paint bottles. I see where you're going. I can put the there were not a lot of bad little bottles because the little bottles I use them all up before they go bad. But if it were more little bottles, I would definitely do that. That's not a bad idea though. I like where you're going. All right, what we're gonna do is pop the bottom off because I've learned that the hard friggin' way. You want to. There we go. There we go. Come on, girl. You know, I'm putting this together and I'm not even sure if I can actually use it. So, guess what I learned? I didn't put it together correctly. It is directional. Oh my gosh. Again, mistakes are being made like all over the place here. So friggin' close. I think that's it. Okay. So we'll pop you in here. Nope. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. I got both sides here. Where putting shit together is an interactive sport. Which one is this? Is this the other side? Oh my God. You know, when I started this, I didn't think it would be this freaking complicated. I would like to highlight your comment right now, but I am in a battle of wills with this fucking thing. There we go. All right. Be cool, Mab. Be cool. All right. That's there. That's there. And that will, you will obey. Ah, percussive maintenance. Mother flipper, where's the top? Booyah. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm not doing it again if it's not right. I'm totally going to do it again. I'll totally do it again if it's not right. I did it. Okay. Now to put some paint in this fish. And then, oh wow, I just noticed the time. You guys just wasted a whole other hour with me. And I tell you what, I enjoyed your company immensely. Thank you guys so much for coming along on my journey of figuring out what paint I have so that the next step, the next phase of my crafting show will be actually making things. Look at that. Look at that. I will make things. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? No regret. And because it keeps it like down, make sure it's sealed. Yeah. So, yes. Okay. All right. All right. All right. And I'll do like a better color sorting than what I'm doing right now. Because right now I'm just like getting this box slightly emptier than it is. Maybe if I made like another one of these that's specifically for the slightly larger sizes. Maybe. Will this fit? Nope, this won't fit. So, and the next size. This is about all I can get in here. That's probably too small for that. Yeah. So if I make another one of these, because it's not a complicated pattern. If I make another one of these, I can put some more bottles and stuff in there. So there we go. You guys, thank you so much for coming along with me. Look at what I did. Look what I did. And I could not have done it without you. So stay crafty. Thank you for supporting Crafty Behavior. Thanks so much for tuning in on Nat 21 Adventures. We really do appreciate all of your support. But allow me to post the schedule if you don't know it already. Today is the 8 p.m. show of the week. We rotate it around. Next week will be, we have off next week, but then the week after that is the Patreon Saints game where I'm running an awesome adventure. Right now we're celebrating the Minnow Night Shipwreck Festival, and it's adorable. Then back around to Monday, we have, because we take the weekend off because I'm going to the Ren Fair on Sunday. So if you go to the Maryland Ren Fair, I will see you there. On Monday, we have modern music with Lady Prudence. Tuesday, sonnets with Shakespeare in the mornings. And 8 p.m., we're back to Space Jammer. Really? Space Jammer? I thought it was Spell Jammer, but Space Jammer's fine too. Wednesday, Crafting with the Crew. It's kind of like this, but with more people, and I love them to death. And 9 p.m., we have Gothic Horror Gaming. Boop, 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 boop. And Thursday morning, Flash Phantasmagoria, and then we're back. So this is us. This is what we do. We do shows here all the time. We're very grateful for your support. We do have a Patreon. I've also got a Patreon that I was working on today. So thank you so much for supporting Crafty Behavior. I love you to death. Don't ever change while I select videos and set it up to go. So anyways, thank you guys so much. I'll see you very soon.